Hello. I thought I'd check in on why we've been a bit quiet these last few weeks. Firstly, it's always good to have a break from YouTube. I've learned that the hard way because it's really easy to fall into that trap of thinking you have to keep publishing something every single week, and it can get stressful. So what have I been doing? Well, I have been working really hard behind the scenes, setting something that's both new and a bit familiar, well, to me at least. As you probably know, before we started Foxes Afloat back in 2018, I was a full-time personal trainer in my own gym. I was up from about 6 o'clock in the morning, in there till about midday, then shower, lunch and heading off to the radio station where I present radio shows from 2 in the afternoon till about 7 o'clock in the evening. It was full on every day, but I did love it. Now, Foxes Afloat has been a massive part of my life and yours for the past 7 years, and in all the videos I've always tried to be completely honest about my vulnerabilities, and whether it's how I deal with mental health, staying in shape as I'm getting older, which is more difficult, or the things that help me cope, things like naturism and learning how to be comfortable in my own skin. And I know from the thousands of messages that we get just how much that honesty helps you. And because I've lived through a lot of the same things that men our age are dealing with, it's made me even more passionate about helping these guys who are in the same boat to navigate those challenges as well. So just like I couldn't stay away from radio, a few months ago I said to Sean how much I wanted to get back into personal training. And I'm a bit older, a bit wiser, and everything I'm doing is now focused on what really matters to men of a similar age to me. Things like feeling good in your own body, being able to get off the sofa without creaking and moaning, unless you get off on that. No judgment here, believe me. And maybe it's shifting some belly fat, maybe it's having more energy and just feeling more confident, whether that's in your clothes or out of them like me most of the time. Or just doing the things that you enjoy. And over the past few months, I've been quietly building this new website and my own fitness app, because the last one I built was about 12 years ago. So I wanted it to feel right for 2025 and simple, practical, easy to use, and really properly relevant for guys our age, not full of flashy fad exercise and diets or 20-year-old meatheads, just realistic, straightforward support that works when your knees click or your back's stiff or your motivation's not where it used to be. I've spent a huge amount of time making sure it works for people who just want to feel better in their own bodies without being overwhelmed, and even if it's not for you, I hope it might be useful for someone that you might know. All this, going back to personal training, doesn't mean we're changing direction or turning Foxes Afloat into some sort of fitness channel. Can you imagine Sean doing star jumps in a lycra onesie? That's never going to happen, is it? It's just something that I've always loved doing, and now that we're not travelling all around the UK and I've got a decent internet signal at home, I've finally got the time and the space to be able to do what I love again. Now, I know this isn't for everyone, and that's absolutely fine. I just wanted to share it with you because I know there's a good number of guys that have reached out to me over the last 7 years asking for help with exactly the sort of thing that I'm talking about. And it's not cheap. I'm not going to pretend that this is some sort of cheap thing. It's not. And that's because I only work one-to-one with clients, and every plan that I do and every client I work with is 100% personalised. No copy-paste things. I genuinely spend hours building these programs. All the fitness and nutrition, it's bespoke to you. We always start with a really thorough chat going through what you've done and what you want to do. And from there, I'm really fully hands-on. Not like that, I do admire your optimism. But things like tracking progress towards your goals and help keeping you motivated. It's far from an easy generic plan, and I'll be on your back the whole time. Not literally, don't worry, unless you're into that, in which case you need to be checking out my OnlyFans. And before anybody asks, no, I'm not turning it into a men-only cult thing, but I know I'll get comments from some people, especially ladies, asking why I'm only doing this with guys. Very simply, that's because all of my training over the past few decades and experience and approach are all focused on men's fitness, physiology and nutrition, and it's what I've always specialised in, and I think it's where I offer the most value and get the best results. I always want people to have the best support for their needs, and for the ladies, it's not what I'm qualified in. You'd be much better with a trainer who specialises in women's health and fitness specifically, but you never know, this might be right for your husband or your boyfriend. So if you want to know more, or if you're interested in me being your personal trainer, your coach, all the website details are on the screen right now. It's menover50.co.uk. It's also down in the video description. Don't worry, if you're not over 50, I do take on younger clients too. It's just my speciality is over 50s. And get in touch if you think I can help. Now, as a huge thank you to all our YouTube subscribers over these last 7 years, I am offering a very generous introductory discount to everyone who subscribes to our channel. When you sign up, if you enter the code FOXES, you'll get 10% off all the packages for the entire time that you're a client of mine. Even better, if you're a Patreon or a YouTube member, you'll get 20% off. Just check the posts over on Patreon and YouTube members for that discount code there. And if it's not for you, that's totally fine, but maybe send it to that mate of yours who's always moaning about his knees clicking or saying he used to have a six-pack back in 1994. There's a few of those, isn't there? If you've got any questions, let me know through the website or drop a comment in this video and I'll do my best to help. I can't give advice or consultations through YouTube comments, so please don't share your full medical history with everyone on here. Right, I think it's time I headed back and checked on the bees. I promise normal vlogs will resume next week. I just wanted to update you and let you know what's going on. So until then, take care of yourself and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.